Now it's time to assemble this diaper. We have our 3 pieces ready and cut out. I'm going to set aside the holey piece for now. I am laying the comic section. Let's actually flip the whole thing over. You have the right side of the comic facing down towards the table, and you have the shiny side of the PUL facing up towards the ceiling. So on one side, when they're put together, on one side you see the pretty, and on the other side you see the shiny. Pretty and shiny. That is how we want to do this. Eventually I will get to making some other types of diapers, but right now I am in crunch time and have to get as many of these covers done for my nephew as possible. He needs them right away. Alright, so I'm going to put that together and grab my pattern for my snaps. Just lay the pattern down. Get it lined up as good as I can. I didn't cut my PUL off all the way. Oh, there's a line there. I just didn't cut on the line. That's better. Now it's not sticking out. Piece of tape. Alright. Grab my ink pen. This is a standard ballpoint pen, just a regular old ink pen, because our invisible marker, our disappearing marker, will not write on this PUL. Or it'll smudge easy if you write on the PUL. That's really the problem. This is an easy diaper to make. We only have 12 snaps on the front. Oh, a couple of them didn't mark very well. Alright. Let's go ahead and work on getting our snaps put in. I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. Since this one depends so heavily on me being straight, I will probably be checking the other side pretty often just to make sure that I'm going straight. I have to dump my snaps out so I can see which ones I'm picking up. I'll let you guys watch this part. I know putting in the snaps is boring, just as boring as cutting it out, but I want to see if I can get this lined up, and I think I want to leave it recording while I'm doing that. I told you guys it wouldn't write on the shiny side, or that it would smudge, but I need to actually have some marks. Yeah, it doesn't actually write. What I'm doing do it over here. I am drawing on the inside of the PUL, and what I'm drawing is the line for my seam because I can feel it through the fabric. I think it'll smudge, but it gives me an idea of what I'm lining up with. I want this to be straight. This to be as straight as possible. It looks pretty straight to me, truthfully. Let's just go for it. If we end up crooked, oh well. C'est la vie. It'll still catch poop. Did you see that there? I was a little bit scared. Scared of going crooked. going to make you watch this part. It just occurred to me that I haven't explained any of these snaps yet, and I usually do a little bit of explaining in my videos, so let me just tell you a little bit about the snaps. On the snaps, there are 3 parts. There is a backing piece, there is a stud, and there's a socket. Let me see if I can bring these up to you. The backing piece is the one with the point in it, and I'm actually probably not using the right name. This actually has like a little, I don't know, it's a spike. When you put one of these pieces in there on top of the spike, you can smash down the spike. That's what those pliers do. Smash down the spike, and that holds the 2 pieces together. And there are 2 types of inner pieces, the stud and the socket. You can see one kind of sticks up and is a little bit skinnier on the inside. One of them's fatter on the... So the left one is the socket and the right one is the stud. So on my diaper, I like to do an entire row of one and an entire row of the other. So here I'm doing the bottom, I usually do the sockets, and the top I do the studs. It's just how I usually go. And this doesn't look like it's going straight, but I think it might actually be, because these 2 are a little bit lower and these 2 are a little bit higher. So I think the next 2 will be even higher. Well, we shall see. I'm just going to go with the flow here and stick the owl. So this pokes a hole into the fabric. It's just a shiny spike. Then you stick the spike of the snap in the hole you just poked. Now make sure it is the exact same hole. If you try to poke a different hole or change your mind and want to move it somewhere else, you actually already just made a hole in your fabric with the owl. And so if you don't put the snap there, it's going to unravel on you right there. There's always going to be a hole right there, and you don't want that. Alright, it's okay for the inside of this to ripple a little bit because the outside does not. Outside is the part that people see. The inside, it's just going to be rippled anyway, no matter what you do, because we're putting elastic in it. Going to be pretty much rippled everywhere. I'll show you. This one here, it's so rippled it doesn't even come open very easily. Ripples everywhere. So I wouldn't worry too much about the ripples in your snap area. I mean, try to get it straight, but my favorite line, it'll still catch poop. There we go. My last socket for the front, and then we move on to studs. We'll do another row above that. So that's our row of sockets. It's pretty straight. This side looks a little bit higher, but overall I think it's good. Start in the center again and work our way to the outside. Put a spike in. This time grab a stud, or the opposite kind that you've been working with for the other row. They don't have to be in the same order that I'm putting them in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these 5. There we go, my snaps are in. So let's look at the front. What do you think? They look pretty even. They go uphill on the 2 sides, but I think that's on purpose. So, looks pretty good.